Linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Heavy on the edges.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll get this to Eckler. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's been a long day for you. Bravo!
Second and 4. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. General West. 5.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to John Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Just 3. 80 weapons.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
18
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
On the double. Check, 59. Watch the curve. Hey, Delta. Right, check, 59. Here we go, see? Now.
2nd and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin White, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Hey, Ripley. Yellow. Smoke. 53. Check 53. Defense wins championships, baby.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his... guys will get the football back.
Result of the play, first down and...
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down now, it's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, exit. 56.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. I got him. Hey, I got him. That's me. Hey, color.
On first down, Mahomes rolling to his left. It's Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes going to throw.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Working from the gun, Mahomes, flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Cleveland Farrell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Right here.
Now Mahomes, they'll roll him out right. That's complete, right around the 8. They get only a yard there, now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Hey, 43, 15. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Austin Eckler there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, as the first half is winding down, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
And the Raider first down.
Ready, break.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
61, match box, white. Hey, echo.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 is the mark. Pick it up, pick it up.
Ready? Back to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
All day, Watch it. 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. They go play action here on first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
10 more there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, Spike.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll set up a throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this this third quarter. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
12 yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the pass.
57. Attack.
From the 39, Mahomes dancing to his left. He'll get this to Eckler. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Vincent. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Chiefs field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, they'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back to throw now on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Gay's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Sunday.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to